Hello and welcome back to this special edition report of MSNBC. I'm Cole Williams.
And I'm Emma Fishnick.
Tonight we're bringing you the history of Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
Jerry Greenfield was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1951, 4 days after Ben Cohen was born in Merrick, Long Island. They first met in junior high gym class. Both Ben and Jerry got their start in ice cream at an early age.
Ben was an ice cream man his senior year and Jerry was an ice cream scooper in his college cafeteria. Ben and Jerry did not know that this early start in ice cream will lead them to become one of the most successful entrepreneurships ever. They became fast friends and graduated from Calhoun High School in Merrick, Long Island.
They went their separate ways after high school, with Ben holding many odd jobs until he became a teacher at Highland Community School for troubled teens. Jerry earned a National Merit Scholarship and enrolled in Oberlin College in Ohio to study pre-med, where he was rejected from medical school and became a lab technician.
The jobs that they held left them empty, longing for something more, which led them to pursue what they truly wanted to do, which was to run their own business. To start their business, they invested all that they had for what they truly wanted to do. They took a $5 ice cream making course and opened up Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream Parlor in Burlington, Vermont in May of 1978.
Many people loved their ice cream for their strong and unusual flavors, which were influenced by Ben's disease, which left them needing flavorful and textured ice cream. Ben and Jerry had many successes throughout their career. In 1988, they were named U.S. Small Persons of the Year by President Reagan. They were named the James Beard Humanitarians of the Year and the Peace Museum's Community Peacemakers of the Year.
In a matter of 6 years, they managed to turn $5 into an amazing $300 million. Although they had many failures with previous jobs, the start of their new business allowed them to have great success. Jerry Greenfield had failed twice to get into medical school, and Ben Cohen failed to find interest in many jobs, such as an ER clerk, delivery boy for Pottery Wheels, and assistant superintendent.
Ben and Jerry's philosophy has always been environmentally friendly. They truly care about what goes into their products. Cohen has often described himself as a hippie and is a noted fan of the Grateful Dead. They have helped to reduce the negative impact on the environment by changing their paper and packaging, water reduction and recycling, and through use of sustainable agriculture.
One of Ben's famous quotes is, "Business has a responsibility to give back to the community." Ben & Jerry's ice cream was one of the most successful entrepreneurships ever. Their legacy will be continued on through their unusual use of flavors and textures with great homemade taste and feel.
In 1977, Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield were living in upstate New York. They wanted to go into business together, but didn't know what kind of business.
Ben and I were always good eaters, and we thought we might do something with food, and so those two things we thought about were homemade ice cream and bagels.
When they found out bagel making equipment would cost $40,000, the decision was easy. Ice cream it would be. They decided their target market would be college students. They explored several college towns across the country with a warm climate, but couldn't find one that didn't already have an ice cream parlor. Ben thought of Burlington, Vermont. It was a college town with plenty of students, and better yet, it had no ice cream parlor. Now, Ben and Jerry had to learn how to make ice cream.
We took a $5 correspondence course from Penn State University, but since we were really broke at the time, we split one course between us, so it was $250 apiece. It was a good deal.
Then they began hunting for the perfect location for their shop.
The place we fell in love with was this abandoned gas station.
The building had good space and large windows, but it was in desperate need of repair. Ben and Jerry had to stretch every dollar. They asked their friends for help in renovating the old gas station, promising them free ice cream for life. When Ben and Jerry weren't working on their shop, they were busy perfecting their ice cream.
I would make these different recipes, and Ben would say, "Boy, it's really good, but I can't tell what flavor it is. Can you put more flavoring in?"
All because, as Jerry found out, Ben had sinus trouble.
Ben was having me make ice cream flavors that even he could taste, and it turns out that's what most other people like too.
After 5 months of hard work, Ben & Jerry's homemade ice cream shop opened for business on May 5th, 1978. Despite the makeshift appearance of the store, the ice cream was a hit. Within a few hours, long lines of customers trailed out the door. Still, Ben & Jerry doubted that their little ice cream shop would stay in business after a long, hard Vermont winter.
We said to each other that if we were still in business after a year, we would celebrate by giving out free ice cream to everybody, because we knew that we would only remain in business through the support of people in the local community.
They were selling lots of ice cream, but their business wasn't profitable. They were just breaking even. For the next several years, they struggled to stay afloat. Then, Ben & Jerry came up with a new marketing strategy.
We started selling ice cream to some local restaurants, and then we started packaging ice cream into pint containers to sell to some mom-and-pop grocery stores around Vermont.
But they needed to expand their production capacity. They converted an old spool and bobbin mill into a manufacturing plant. Jerry made the ice cream, and Ben trucked it across the state in an old VW wagon. Now, their business grew. They added employees and started to make money.